The author of this speech, Amos Hurley, was a brother Mason of the Blue Lodge, the York Rite, and the Shrine. He lived a very colorful life. He ran away as a young boy to seek his fame and fortune. While still a boy, joined the army and fought under General Blackjack Pershing in search of the elusive Pancho Villa in the Mexican territories. At the outbreak of World War I, he was shipped to France and eventually became the youngest first sergeant in the regular army. Fast forwarding to his retirement, he retired to Montclair, California, and joined many civic and patriotic organizations, one of which he was the commander of a group of World War I veterans. He found from his congressman they were going to present that group with the flag that was flown over the nation's capital in D.C. So he thought, well, I don't want to give the regular speech. What can I say that has not already been written? Well, late into the night, he had the epiphany. Why don't we let the flag speak for itself? So on through the night, he wrote this article, which he titled Old Glory Speaks. And it was read into the Congressional Record in 1962. I'm not sure of the date it was actually written for that acceptance speech of the flag, but it is on file at the Library of Congress and has been given here at the Scottish Rite, Nashville Valley for over 65 years. Old Glory Speaks. I am the flag of the United States of America. I was conceived in the dreams of liberty and in the hopes of freedom. I was designed by the hands of Betsy Ross, and her sewing basket was my cradle. Though I was never an orphan, I was adopted by the Continental Congress in 1777 and proclaimed the national emblem of a nation, newly born on this continent, fighting valiantly for survival, and destined to bring to all mankind a new concept of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. I have been many places and have seen many things. I have witnessed every event of American history. I was there when they fired the shot heard around the world. I was there in the late twilight at Fort McHenry and inspired Francis Scott Key to write the immortal Star-Spangled Banner, now our national anthem. I saw Molly Pitcher take the cannon swab from the hands of her dead husband and help carry on the fight for freedom. I felt the biting cold at Valley Forge and gave warmth and comfort to General Washington and his tired and hungry Continental Army. I rode with Ethan Allen and the Green Mountain Boys. I saw the signal that started the midnight ride of Paul Revere. I was flown above the decks of old Ironsides and from the mast of the Yankee and China Clippers. I blazed a trail with Daniel Boone and Davy Crockett. I led the settlers coming west and crossed Death Valley in a covered wagon. I was carried through the halls of Montezuma to the shores of Tripoli by the United States Marines. Once I fell to the ground at Custer's last stand, and there were no living hands left to pick me up. I galloped up the slopes of San Juan Hill with Teddy Roosevelt and the Rough Riders of the United States Cavalry. I stayed with the boys until it was over there, and on the battlefields of the Marne, Chateau Thierry, St. Mihiel, and the Argonne Forest. I saw many of the youths and manhood of our nation fall and lie still in death. They had given their last full measure of devotion. The war was over for them forever, and I kept my lonely vigil over their graves and stayed to watch the poppies grow amid the crosses, row on row in Flanders fields. I was raised by 5 brave men during the hell of Iwo Jima. I waved farewell to the 4 immortal chaplains who went down with their ship into honored glory. I am many things to many people. I am an inseparable link in the chain that binds men to God and country. Each link welded in the fires of purity by the sacred hands of God Himself. And because I am on the side of God, the godless would destroy me. But they dare not, because I am protected by the mighty land armies of the nation. the powerful and deadly fleet of the Navy, and the screaming eagles of the Air Force, watching and waiting to swoop down and destroy anything that would harm me. To some, I am yesterday, today, and tomorrow. To others, I am a glorious child. To some, a grand old man or a most gracious lady. I have many names. I am called the red, white, and blue, the Star-Spangled Banner, the Stars and Stripes. But I am most commonly referred to by a nickname given me by an old sea captain who called me simply Old Glory. I have not been changed much in my over 200 years. I still have my original 13 stripes. But as each state came into the Union, a new star was proudly added to the constellation of my blue field. It started with 13 stars. Now there are 50. Many more things I would like to tell you, but we haven't the time. But I would like to see you again. I am easy to find. I am everywhere. I am in the homes of the poor, in the mansions of the rich, in the Independence Hall with the Declaration of Independence and the Liberty Bell. I am in the White House with the President. I am in all the churches, cathedrals, and synagogues, in the Council of the Boys and Girl Scouts of America, and in all the schools where they pledge allegiance to me. I drape the caskets of our nation's heroes, born to their last resting place, the caskets of presidents, generals, admirals, humble privates, and the unknown soldier. Wherever free men gather, wherever there is justice, equality, faith, hope, charity, truth, or brotherly love, there too am I. A short while ago, I was flown above our nation's capital, gazing proudly across the land of the free and waving to the homes of the brave. Then I was lowered and given by a grateful nation to a great congressman who carried me across the continent to the shores of the Pacific and there presented me to a group of veterans of World War I. At Patriotic Hall in the City of Angels, I became their official flag. With fitting ceremonies, I was carried by tired old hands and posted in a place of honor near the Holy Bible. There I will remain until, just like the old soldiers, I will fade away and be retired by time alone. May history never write my obituary, for I am the Stars and Stripes forever. I am Old Glory. Thank you.